Bruins win 6-2 over Winnipeg in Winnipeg, where they are normally terrible, even dating back to the Atlanta days. They've been terrible on the road against this franchise, and they win 6-2. It started off somewhat nicely, not in terms of shots, but 1:38 in, the Bruins get an early goal by who else? It's Brad Marchand to Patrice Bergeron. Bergie gets his 20th goal of the year. Brett Connolly gets an assist as well, but that wouldn't last, of course, because under 2 minutes later, the Bruins fall apart defensively. They take a pen, and Blake Wheeler, remember that fella? You know, truly, I love what Rich Peverley did for the Bruins, particularly in the Cup year, but my God, how nice would it be to have Mark Stewart and Blake Wheeler right now? Granted, you probably couldn't afford them. Obviously, in a perfect world, you could, but cap implications down the line, I doubt they'd be here, but God damn it, you let me dream. But anyway, Blake Wheeler gets his 36th assist on the season as he finds Brian Little for his 17th goal of the year, 1-1 within the first 3:29 of the first period. But that wouldn't be it for the first. Oh no, because at the end of the first, it turned into an absolute gong show. Scheifele attempts to pass to Perreault, or the other way around. I don't really remember, but they turn it over to Jimmy Hayes. He chips it to Louis, who does the rest. He dangles in front and gets his 17th of the season. He is absolute magic in front of the net. That goal at 16:34. Why did I mention that? Well, at 17:30, 56 seconds later to be exact, on the power play, Talbot in the box for a hold on Dustin Byfuglien. Little and Wheeler team up again. They find Nikolai Ehlers 15 seconds into the power play. He fires it home. Wheeler just passes it through the entire team again, and it's a tie game. But 1:15 after that goal, Chara to Connolly in the zone. Marchand just takes it from Connolly, speeds past the defense and scores. Forehand, backhand move, beats Connor Hellebuck. It's Marshy's 26th goal of the year. Connolly gets another assist, and Marchand continues his red-hot pace. And honestly, it's no longer a question of is he going to break the 30-goal mark. He obviously is. The question now is, can he get to 40? He has 28 games left. Barring another stupid suspension, he has 28 games left to get 14 goals. It's certainly possible, and hell, maybe if he didn't get suspended, he'd already be at 30, who knows? Now again, this was all in their just absolutely ridiculous first period. I didn't even mention two scraps. You had Ronaldo Thorburn, Tyler Myers, Matt Bolesky, and even tilt for Ronaldo against a fucking monster of an opponent. Bolesky and Myers, it's a heavyweight versus super heavyweight, even tilt as well. Why did I bring this up? If the fights were kind of meh, well, in the second period, we got a prime-time fight, or at least an attempt. It's Bergeron and Blake Wheeler, and bless Bergie, he tried. It wasn't exactly a mauling by Blake Wheeler, as you'd expect, but Blake gets the takedown. There was concern for Bergie injury-wise. He'd stay in, and he would have the last laugh in this game. Now, the first half of this game, I mean, Jesus, the Bruins never should have been up 3-2. Winnipeg, not exactly mauling them in shots, but still 30 by the midway point of the second period. Shots for Winnipeg just unbelievable, but the Bergeron fight changed the game. The Bruins focused in. They shut down the Jets, limiting them to 6 shots for the rest of the game. Absolutely incredible, and they would take advantage in the third in this penalty-riddled game. And while again the power play was scoreless, the team got it done. Start of the third, 35 seconds in, Krejci feeds Pasta up the boards. He gets a 2-on-1, but Bolesky fakes the pass. It shakes off Byfuglien as he stumbles over that nice new contract. Pasta takes the shot, gets his own rebound, and it's his 6th goal of the year, 4-2 Boston. And 7 minutes later, remember how I mentioned Bergie would get the last laugh? On the break, it's Marchand to Connolly. He tries to jam it home in front, only for who to save the day? The future captain. 5-2 Boston. Bergeron puts a cap on it. One of Connolly's best games as a Bruin, as he gets 3 assists on the night, 12 in total now, as Bergeron gets his 21st of the year. 30 goals for Bergeron, not exactly an unrealistic expectation. It's nice to see this line gelling, even with Connolly clearly being the weak link on the line. Again, I see him as more of a Danny Paille type, but they're getting it done. Jimmy Hayes would add an empty netter with nearly 5 minutes left in the third for his 12th goal of the year. Louis would get an assist, his 25th on the year, and the Bruins win it 6-2. Rask shuts the door with 34 saves, and the Bruins rebound nicely from the embarrassment against the LA Kings. Again, don't overreact to one game, especially when it's an 82-game season. In fairness, the Bruins were outshot 13-3 to start the game. I mean, but they won. I mean, it's ridiculous, and it's because the other team slowed down and not the Bruins. I mean, holy shit. In an amazing fashion, too. 14 straight shots for the Bruins at one point. They limited the Jets at one point to 17 straight minutes without a shot on goal. What is this defense of which you speak? The big players performed, although Spooner was a little bit quiet. The defense had a solid game. Kevin Miller, he wasn't amazing, but he actually showed up tonight. Trotman and Morrow held their own. Just a solid performance from the first period on. Always nice to chase a goaltender, even though I do feel sorry for Hellebuck, Hutchinson, and the Jets fan base as a whole. It's a very tough year for them. Looking forward, root for Nashville to beat Tampa on Friday. The Lightning with a game at hand on Boston. They're only 2 points back as well. A win for the Preds would put the Bees in sole possession of third place in the Atlantic. They're dead even in points and games played with the Wings and 6 points back of the red-hot Florida Panthers. Consistency, as we all know, is the key as we approach the trade deadline in a few short weeks. But that'll do it for this one, guys. Player of the game and question of the game polls are up. Let me know down below what you thought of the game as a whole. And as always, if you've enjoyed, make sure to leave a like down below. Subscribe for more recaps after every single Bruins game. And spread the word. And I will see you all next time.